Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And ladies and gentlemen of the House, thank you. I'd also like to thank the gentleman from Polk, Representative Bousselot, for coordinating these speeches and giving me the opportunity to speak today about Dr. Roland Buchanan. Dr. Roland Buchanan grew up as a son of the segregated South in West Helena, Arkansas, the son of a school teacher and a principal father. Attended school there before matriculating to Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, where he got his undergraduate degree. After getting his degree at Jackson State, he went to Indiana University and attended school the first time in his life in a class where he was a minority, getting his master's degree in education at the Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. After getting his master's degree, he went home and was a school teacher in the school that he grew up in, becoming a principal like his dad. After working as a principal, he was offered a position back at Jackson State University at a position that used to be known as the Dean of Men. That position has a different name now, but back then it was the Dean of Men. And he worked at Jackson State as an administrator and as an educator, teaching new teachers throughout our country to go and educate other people. And he was offered a position to go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison and seek his PhD, which he did. Became a doctor and a PhD in education at the University of Wisconsin, where he then, after graduation, became the first African-American administrator in the history of Madison schools in Madison, Wisconsin. He is a son of the South and a segregated South, knowing only segregated schools growing up, knowing water fountains that he couldn't use, and knowing that if you drove the nice car through the wrong part of the state, that you faced trouble. But I rise today to recognize him because I stand on his shoulders. And I stand on his shoulders because he's also the father of one of my oldest friends, and two kids who met on a playground in Davenport, Iowa, who didn't know any better than to be pals. And he is somebody who taught me about humanity. And in talking to him yesterday and recognizing and saying, I can't wait to recognize you, a friend of mine's dad on the floor of the Iowa House, first time I've ever spoken. He said something to me that I want to leave with you today. He said, throughout it all, Michael, it's the humanity that unites us, and that what divides us cannot be healed by greater division. I personally will never forget that line, just like I'll never forget my friend's dad and the pioneering education and life that he has led. He's now retired. He retired as the Vice Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. He cannot join us today, but he watches remotely. And I ask that the House recognize Dr. Buchanan for his contributions to our humanity. Thank you.